It's time for Q&A in the Kitchen. It's a podcast and YouTube series where tattoo artists and piercer talk about some of the more common questions those that collect tattoos and piercings may have. Brought to you in part by Skin Kitchen Tattoo, the Axiom Body Piercing Studio. I guess in the Axiom Body Piercing Studio. Yep. Yeah, I keep forgetting that. So what we have today is a viewer-submitted question, and we're going to kind of expand on this a little bit. Vanessa, a constant viewer and a constant fan of the channel, thank you very much for submitting and for all your comments and active participation there on the comments and etc. Here's a topic. Talk about Friday the 13th. Have you all done it? If so, how was it? Would you do it again? Is it worth it from an artist/shop perspective? And I figured we'd talk about, specials and etc.
I almost touched on this 2 episodes ago. I almost touched on this 2 episodes ago when we did the Halloween one here. Hopefully, guys, you watched that too. But I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah,
I had
you would have ruined everything.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
would have been a spoiler.
I think I've never really. I maybe did specials a couple times way back in the 90s, maybe when I was first kind of getting going.
I know Michelle was still with us, and I remember Michelle getting one, and I want to say Danny was with us. No.
It's kind of interesting.
Well, anyway, I think it's not a bad thing for a shop that is up and coming or needs a little extra. It's a promotion thing. Yeah. You're not making a lot of money, but you're letting a lot of people know you're there and all that. So it's a good thing to get bodies in the store and to get some and all that. But as far as like a straight custom or appointment only shop, typically it's
not going to work out.
And maybe,
it's going to be a loss.
We should kind of explain for those that don't understand what we're talking about.
Yeah,
on Friday the 13th, a lot of tattoo studios will do a special where they'll do a discounted tattoo, or they'll only do Friday the 13th related tattoos. Usually there are things like my Jinx sign.
Yep.
Wrong
arm. Very small stuff.
Usually for like 13 or $20 or something.
And it usually involves a 13 and maybe a cat or
it usually has a 13 in it. Like so you can do
real
Jason's.
Small little basic quarter size.
When I did it at a street shop in Virginia, it was great publicity. We'd have people lined up around the building for the day, because we were so busy. But we had 8 artists.
Yep.
We were a big shop. We did a lot of walk-ins. That was basically all we did. It was very little custom work, unless a customer rarely came in and wanted something larger. But most of it was like walk-in work. And what we do is each artist would draw up like a regular sheet of paper, size with
a flash sheet or something,
50-cent piece, or so size pieces. Little black cats, Jason's mask, little gravestone, arm ripping out of it, whatever. It had 13s in them, and they were like $20-$25. So I'd pay for the cost of the setup.
Yep.
And the artist made, I think,
couple
10 or
of
15,
bucks.
yeah, $10 maybe at best before your part coming out, whatever. Anyway, so you didn't make a lot of money, but you did 1,000 of them.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you almost break even based on everything.
with the stuff you set up and spent and setups and blah blah blah, you almost break even, and it was fun. But like instead of coming in contact with like 8 people that day, you came in contact with like 1,000 people that day. So you could have potentially made a couple customers.
Yep.
At least they know you're there, and that's a great idea for a street walk-in shop.
It's good for those younger artists that are
especially younger artists. You got to learn how to set up and tear down and do it.
2 years into their career or whatever, they're ain't got the clientele that knows them, but they're good artists. You just put out that special, and it gets them in the door enough to say, "I'm going to do the small tattoo, but I'm going to open up your portfolio while I'm waiting for you."
Yeah, it's like a 30-minute, sales pitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of trying to sell them timeshares, you're trying to sell them future piercings or tattoos.
I was thinking too. I've noticed that what I see, at least from the artists in our city around us, and I assume this is with everywhere, that a lot of artists are kicking up their price. They'll draw up $100 size tattoo and do it for, that's Halloween or Friday the 13th related, and do it for a discounted price, $50 instead.
Yeah.
Because the $25 or $13 doesn't even cover the cost of setup anymore.
Well, right.
So we can't really afford, say, a $13 tattoo that's this big. We lose money. But I'll do a $100 tattoo.
Well, in smaller tattoo studios and custom studios, like you're not built for that. I can't have 1,000 people through the door with 3 artists.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
We just have a bunch of pissed off people.
And at a custom shop, you're doing a different quality work. It's an appointment only kind of thing. You have consults. You have art drawn up in advance, and like that's a whole different thing.
Your flash sheet for drawing up.
Well, it's a whole different thing from working off Flash or a street shop.
Unless you're a relatively dead shop and you're you spend a lot of your time sitting in the web anyway, waiting for someone to walk in.
Right. You see your paper there?
A tattoo shop is going to lose money.
Yeah.
And that's what promotions are for. You take a lot. It's like paying for advertising. So you're advertising. You want to get as many people in. And how do you do that? You give them something that's valued higher than what you want them to pay.
Exactly.
So the people come in. You take a little bit of a sting for each one, but you hope that they had a great time and they're going to show a lot of people that you're there and that they had a good time and they'll be back. And then their friends will be back as well.
Exactly.
So it wouldn't make any sense for a studio that's been around 20, 30, 40 years that has a large clientele who's booked up for months to take one day where they might make thousands of dollars that day with custom work that on a person that's been waiting for months.
Sure.
They're going to make a couple $100 and burn through 100 times more setup materials and needles and all that stuff.
And that artist doesn't need that exposure.
Exactly. So they're not only going to lose their money, they're going to lose the time and energy and momentum that they have going for all this clientele that they've worked very hard to build up.
I would only
so as an artist taking part in something like that, you have to look at the cost of it to you. Well, if I wouldn't be tattooing anybody anyway, and at the end of the day I'm going to have $50 and maybe some more clients, then I win. Then there's a positive there. Yeah. But if all it's going to do is cost you more, push your clientele back, frustrate you, and everything else, then it's really not a good idea.
So I was to say the only reason I would see a well-established shop like you're suggesting doing something like that is because for you as a client to be aware of that, the only reason they're doing it that day is they've planned it ahead, and it's a give back to the community because they don't even need
like
the
a
promotion.
Shop appreciation day, basically.
Exactly.
I guess.
So they don't need the advertisement. They're just doing it because it's a give back.
But yeah, like I wouldn't.
But that's almost a well-established plan ahead. You have to tell all the artists leave that day open because that's the day we're going to do this
for
as
a custom
shop.
artist is ludicrous.
Skin Kitchen has done that to promote the animal.
Awareness and stuff.
Exactly. Different promotions.
And that was us, the guys tattooing for free, tattoos if you made a donation to the animal shelter and everything like that. So yeah, of course, there's ways of using your clientele or using maybe your ability to make money to benefit something else, and and of course that's still advertising, really, because not only are you helping out a business, but you're raising awareness that you're doing that, and for that business. So hopefully people will say, well, that's great, they kind of give a crap about animals. That's pretty good, and hey, they do a good tattoo too. You know what? I'm gonna go get one. So it's still it's a cost versus some people like being appointment only. Nobody knows my name. I don't advertise because I don't need to, and it's a waste of time and money. And if you find me, great. If you don't, I don't need you anyway. And other people, they want to squeeze and work and claw for every darn dime they can get.
And another thing that it could be is that they have a new artist on staff, or they have an apprentice
trying to bring some exposure to
that they're trying to get exposure to, and try to get build up their motor skills so that they're a little quicker at what they do, and get into that, get over some of the fears and anxieties and et cetera that's involved.
That's a great way to get through that is repetition and doing it. I mean, that was really the only way there was back when I started this. And that does make you really more proficient, and you hone your skills really well that way. So there are definite benefits to it. But like I said, it's cost versus reward. If you get a value out of it that countersets the monetary loss or whatever, then absolutely go for it. Even if it's just fun for you.
Exactly. I think specifically Vanessa, and to her question here, and how was it if we've done it before? Friday the 13th, personally, I think
I can't barely hear you ever.
Friday the 13th, mostly. Hey. Sorry.
You're on. Welcome to the show, Wes.
Push this up there.
All right,
everybody.
He did. Okay. It is plugged in.
Friday the 13th specifically. I think sometimes as artists we kind of are a little bit more annoyed about that one in particular because people almost expect it. They're calling into your shops saying, "Are you guys doing Friday the 13th?" I like doing promotions. If we go out and we want to do we're at a concert event doing breast cancer ribbons for $30 or, whatever it is, favorite football teams playing in town that day and you're supporting your local team, awesome. And to me, it is paid for advertisement we're doing, but I don't look at it that way. I'm just enjoying doing something for the people that I'm part of my community. Like I said, breast cancer is something, the $30 and 15 of it goes back to the cure or for donations or whatever. Cool by me.
That's awesome.
Friday the 13th specifically and ones like that where almost people would it's not a real holiday and you're calling in for it. It is an advertising mean for those lower end.
It's become kind of traditional for a tattoo shop. So I don't think they're wrong for doing that necessarily, but understand that there are some shops that it's just not feasible for them to do. Right?
I
And
like
basically
promotions, but not maybe that one.
I had forgotten about that. We get probably 30, 40 calls on Friday the 13th. Are you doing a special?
Yeah. They don't all sound like that.
And we'll get it. We'll get it on Halloween too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it's like no.
Sorry guys.
The appointments or the tattoos are happening today.
Yep.
We're booked.
We're booked 3, 4, in some cases months ago. So no, we don't need any additional.
We are very fortunate, and thank you very much to everybody out there that watches and comes in to be in Skin Kitchen and
to be in that
the newest revised version of it, to where we can do custom stuff and stay booked out. Like I am forever grateful to be in that position, but it takes a very long time to get to that spot. I worked in a lot of those. Yeah, we're doing Friday the 13th. We got like 2,000 people outside already, and it's 6 o'clock in the morning, up until noon. And I've been there, I've done it. It is beneficial. It's great for advertisement, as you say. Like, you're not making any money that day, really, but you had a whole lot of fun. It was kind of a great time.
Awareness for your shop.
Yeah, awareness for your shop. You made people aware of you. You got in contact. If I tattooed 100 of you, if 10 of you come back and 10 of you tell your friends because they're happy, I won.
Yeah.
It was worth what I paid for that advertisement.
Yeah.
But being in a shop where I'm at now, like, I am very appreciative and grateful that where I'm at. And not to bang anybody that does the specials. I hope a lot of people do, but like, we've just gotten to a point where it's not what fits Skin Kitchen right now. It's
well,
we're busy. We're backed up.
We're a victim in that sense that there are enough people requesting our time that we have to take time from somewhere else.
Right.
And that's from things like doing those little promotions.
And that's not fair.
It's just the nature of the beast. That doesn't mean that someone who's booked up doesn't do that. They do book that. They book that day off specifically to take part in that, and that's their choice to do because they, like I said, they get some benefit out of it.
But we do a customer appreciation day here.
Yeah,
right.
We do one this year mainly because of COVID. Because we couldn't think of a safe way to do it.
Yeah. But that's why I like the kind of promotional events outside of Friday the 13th, because it's a planned thing. If we're going to do a convention or a customer appreciation or animals, raising money for animals and pets and things like that, it's a planned day that there's a benefit beyond us. That something it goes back to you as the customer.
Right.
Advertisement's cool for us. That's our payment that we get to host this event and show ourselves off to you. But but realistically, we're doing it because I'd rather do it back for you. Versus Friday the 13th, there really isn't, like, it's just a minor gimmick for that nobody really wins out, or it's a minor win, but it's not really as cool. And I'd rather be booked out for those people that have booked up the time.
Sure.
So
yep. It's just a matter of having time.
Yeah. Those close clients that you make your time, that you fill your time up for, are usually totally understanding. Say, this Saturday's unavailable because we're going to an event and we're doing a promotion. We're doing a donation thing.
Sure. And I've got a couple things to bring up. The first one would be I didn't do it this year because of COVID, but every year on the anniversary month in May, I'll do piercings for how many years I've been piercing. And what that really is about is to give back to the clients that have spent thousands, hundreds and thousands of dollars at my shop and have supported me all these years. Give them a break. Like, here you go. Thank you. The other reason is to draw in people that usually think that piercing should cost that much and let them know and educate them of the difference between the two.
Yep.
The other thing is and it's kind of something, I don't know if you guys do this because you guys are so damn busy anymore, but occasionally you'll have an artist, especially somebody that's up and coming, where they've drawn out a lot of stuff that they want to do.
Right.
And usually a lot of them will be like, they'll post it on Instagram or whatever. Hey, man, I really want to do this. if this is in your style and what you want, I'll give you a discount on this.
Yeah.
And that's another way.
Self-promotion is the same thing. You know, they're taking a bite on the price to promote themselves and to be able to get, because they really want to do it. It's worth it to do it for less because they're going to get that done.
And everybody's going to see that piece, and that's advertisement.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's fun because we're going to meet, maybe 100,000 people will see that.
Yeah.
And out of that one person that you mind meld where he goes, oh man, that is exactly what I want.
Sure.
And not only are you benefiting, but they're benefiting because they're getting a custom piece in most cases at a discounted price.
Yeah.
And that's why it's important to follow your artist on Instagram, Facebook, and wherever else.
That's absolutely true. The more and more artists there are, and the better and better they get. It's more important to, it gets more and more important to self-promote and to keep in the eye. So yeah, I wouldn't put it past more artists now than later to offer things like that. Just so they're at the keeping that interest and keeping at the peak.
Plus, following them on, you're gonna really understand what their capabilities are. Yep. Because you're going to see their best stuff in most cases.
Right.
Right. And you might think, well, yeah, that guy's really good at this, and he's done this for me, but you never thought about that particular style, and you're like, well, he's been holding back on me.
Right. Yeah.
Because you've never asked for it.
And the great thing is we have that availability now, where we do have things like Instagram, where we can follow our artists and kind of keep up with them, and so to us, it's a great avenue and should be kind of part of your repertoire to remind people, just like Coca-Cola does when you walk around the city. They always remind you, hey, you might not drink Coke, but or soda, but if you did, you're probably going to think about us.
We're here.
Exactly. and it's important now that the more and more, like I said, artists there are, and the better and better they're all getting to keep in the public eye and to keep yourself valid in the arena.
So begin to look at, whenever you're looking at a promotion in any studio, first off, if you've never heard of the place, do your research before you go in there.
Yeah.
The other thing is you kind of want to look at the motivation behind it.
Yeah.
If they're an up-and-coming shop, but you see quality work coming out of there so far, and they seem like they're reasonable.
Call ahead.
That's
the whole shop.
That's great.
That's a very good point.
Awesome.
That we hadn't really talked about, but I mean, it's going to be cheap.
Yeah.
And like we said, the artist isn't making anything usually on it. So you're going to get what you pay for, and it is what it is. You're getting a cheapie, so don't think that this artist, there's 15 people behind you. Don't think that they're going to do it like they would on an ordinary day. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying there's a higher chance that you're going to get something a little more rushed, even though because you're not going to pay as much, and it's part of that promotion.
And don't get a tattoo that's going to cost you, for $25, it's going to cost you $2,000 to fix.
Yep.
Exactly.
And that's like say the reputable shops will have each artist draw something up. And you've drawn it with the amount of shading that's what you get. What you see is what you get. It's a tombstone, and it's got a little squiggly here with an RIP in it. That's it.
That's
Boom, done.
Usually,
I'm not shading it. I'm not adding an arm out of it. I'm not adding. Once you do that, it's you're paying for it.
Yeah. That's not what this is about. These are little bangers, so you can say, "Hey, I went and got this on Friday."
But check the shop out. If it's a reputable shop doing it, you'll probably turn out good because you're doing it for a reason.
And if they're not,
if it's a shop nobody, if it's a shop nobody goes to, and that's the only day they go to them, maybe you should check that out first.
Or just know that, again, you're not getting something for nothing. You're getting nothing for nothing.
You don't want to get the gift that keeps on giving.
There's some you're paying for it somehow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Motivation. Look up, figure out what that motivation is.
Hey, Doc, why does this hit all the time?
If it's animals or breast cancer ribbons, they're doing a community, and they're a great shop. They may be, they're doing $30 tattoos. That does seem super cheap, but they have a good motivation. They have a good reason to.
And if it's a good shop that's been around, and they're good guys taking it out of their time to do it.
Yeah. Friday the 13th is kind of more your money grab.
But that comes down just
to
get a tattoo for any reason.
Right.
Yes.
And look up their motivations for that promotion and why you want to get it too.
One thing I don't they have like the National Record Store Days. Friday the 13th at first, I think initially kind of came off as kind of that. It was kind of like every studio in the country is going to do Friday the 13th video, and it kind of is, turned into kind of something more commercial.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know why there isn't a National Tattoo or National Body Piercing Day where we can all have like something like that.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting.
I haven't kept up with it.
It's because we're all individuals and so poorly organized.
Well, I guess because the reason that happens is to call attention to something, obviously, and from a national level.
Mm-hmm.
There would be no reason our nation or our would want to really recognize that unless someone who's very well regarded or did something that was very very highly regarded and was only known otherwise.
I guess I should clarify. I'm not saying make it a national holiday. What I'm saying, like Record Store Day is just basically something. The record
National Donut Day, National Cat, things like that.
Yeah.
Every
National
day.
It'd be kind of cool if there was like a day where
there probably is.
I'm sure there's a body art day or
probably modification.
In that regard, I'm sure there is because who makes that up? Like Hallmark.
Who makes them?
Yeah, who does that?
Society, culture, Facebook.
Maybe we should just decide.
I mean, Donut Council could say this is Donut Day.
Yeah.
And to them and everyone else who cares about the Donut Council, okay, it's
Follows
Donut Day.
mine.
And who's going to argue? It's like, okay, so what? It doesn't change nothing, but to them it's Donut Day.
Like,
so our what industry or whatever somehow would have to come out. Like even probably Solon could come out and go, August whatever it is National Tattoo Day, blah blah blah, and within a couple years it would be.
And see, you know who would be smart to push it?
Yeah.
The manufacturers of the equipment.
Of course.
And they're going to say, okay, we're going to give away this many cartridges.
Yeah, because that's all a holiday is a promotion.
It's a promotion.
You're promoting.
Free advertising.
And they can, that would boost their business.
Have a national Westley.
Personally, to me, holidays generally scream a day off from your job, and I like working my job, so I've always been I don't generally like holidays.
Tattoo
Labor Day, I look
holidays.
forward to it because everybody's got the day off, and I don't. And I'm going to come into work. Somebody's going to book it up.
Yeah,
we usually get one 3-day weekend guaranteed a year.
Yeah.
And that's Thanksgiving.
Or Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Because we're off the Tuesday and Wednesday before, and it's always on Thursday.
Yeah.
The rest of the time, that bank holiday nonsense. No.
Yeah. If you create a National Tattoo Day and say everybody who's a tattoo artist or whatever,
it's going to be in the middle of summer.
Get day off or something. What else can you get? No, I don't.
Black Friday.
Well, like I said,
I don't want the day off.
Those things
I'd
are
rather
for
come to work.
promotional purposes, so that would be when shops have to bite the bullet and give some sort of discount because it's National Tattoo Day, and it'd be a way to squeeze a tattoo industry for a day.
Yeah,
is all it would end up being.
But
I'll
as
come
general,
to work. That's it.
As
I'll come to
general,
work
a tattoo artist, that's what we do. When everybody else is off, we work.
Yeah.
In the summertime, we work. It's busy.
Because
holidays, when everybody else is off, weekends, that's when we work.
We set an appointment with you on Christmas Day. I'll show up.
For years, I worked Christmas Eve because that was one of my biggest paydays.
Yeah,
as far
everybody
as
was
cards.
off. Yep.
Super Bowl Sunday,
last minute shoppers, and then it just seemed
Day
like
after
it dissipated after the internet got really big.
Yeah,
because people are like, just order on Amazon, and I got a gift card for them.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I think
that was
we
a fun question. Yeah,
covered some of the finer points of
job.
that one. If you have anything to add, please do so in the comments.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching as always. If you are listening to this, please subscribe where you're listening. It'll be the next podcast will be up in 2 weeks normally, unless something happens. If you're on YouTube watching us, give us a thumbs up because we like it when you like it. Also, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you're notified absolutely every time we post something. And we are still working on some new stuff. It just comes down to time and necessity.
Yeah, buy a bunch of our merch and stuff because it helps us buy better stuff. And we're talking about revamping the studio for the next season, so that'll help us buy some neat stuff for that. So
Make us look better.
4 episodes away.
It's some neat stuff.
Even if you need a larger size from all the candy from home.
There are 3 episodes left of this season. We'll be starting season 3, and we plan on having a new set by then.
Yeah, I guess a little teaser here.
About
at the
a
end
month
of the
from
episode.
you watching this episode.
So yeah, we've got some
cool stuck around this long.
Yeah, right. But yeah, we've got some
Season
fun
finale,
ideas,
so to
and we're
speak.
gonna make really good use of the space, and we've got some cool things coming. So
check it out. See what
buy a
happens.
towel with a logo on it,
or a tapestry or a pillow, or
maybe we'll have a larger
because it's
cast.
gonna get hot in
a
here.
hoodie, iPhone cover, or Android.
I don't know if they have the new ones yet.
I hope.
Came out.
I hope they have an
should.
11 by
I
now.
think they
I gotta
should.
see.
Yeah, I haven't checked.
They need
them
an
out.
iPad case so we can have it. Anyway, we'll sign
Yes,
up
it
to
would
add.
be. Anyway, check out our merch store. Link is in the description on everything. Also, if you are have any? I already did questions, so what's left? Why am I doing this today?
You didn't sleep well.
Thanks for filming us, Jess.
And it's dreary out.
Oh yeah, thanks to Jess for hitting the record buttons.
Yep, and getting me a salad earlier.
Yeah, that was very nice of her.
It was good. It had chicken.
But anyway, here's hoping all your piercings and tattoos heal with ease and without a single issue. And if you're in the Des Moines, Iowa area, we hope to see your tattoo and body piercing needs in the future. Have a good day, everybody.
Later, guys.
See you guys. Be nice.